installment of the Strategy Design Canvas overview, I will discuss a strategy's framework within the larger context of the planning process. In the framework block, the planning design becomes more detailed as we seek to further define and categorize the elements from the statement of purpose and gain a deeper perspective on the components of the planning process and how it will proceed. The framework is primarily built by closely examining the unit of analysis and its place within the boundary conditions. Any unit of analysis can be broadly categorized as either fundamental or objective unit, a proposed or existing element of a system that is important but not crucial to its survival is an objective unit. Startup accelerators or community investment funds are examples of objective units. A critical component of a system that, if removed, would cause significant structural, cultural, societal, or community harm are fundamental units. Housing and healthcare are examples of fundamental units. Now we can look at an objective unit, and objective units are made up of competencies and drivers. Competencies are the basic qualifications needed for that unit to operate effectively, while drivers are the competitive advantage that that unit is uniquely positioned to capitalize upon. And for fundamental units, we look at states, and states are the positive and negative aspects of the unit as it is currently operating. States are very similar to strengths and weaknesses, which are part of a normal SWOT analysis. So looking at our previous example, here is the statement of purpose. The Bloomtown Main Street organization works to improve the economy of the Main Street district. Here, the Bloomtown Main Street organization is the unit of analysis, and the Main Street district is the boundary condition. So for the framework block, we will look closely at the Bloomtown Main Street organization. Bloomtown Main Street organization is the unit of analysis. We've determined that the Bloomtown Main Street organization is an objective unit. First, we look at its competencies. And since there is a national Main Street accreditation standard, we can go through those standards and see whether or not the Bloomtown Main Street organization meets or exceeds those standards to see whether or not it is a competent unit. And after going through that process, we can determine that it is in fact a competent unit. So next we would look at the drivers. The drivers, again, are the competitive advantages that the unit here, Bloomtown Main Street organization, is uniquely positioned to capitalize upon. And after discussion, we can find that drivers are historic and cultural assets located within the Bloomtown Main Street district, again, the boundary condition, events that are either organized by Bloomtown Main Street organization or happen within the district, and the business mix of the district overseen by the Bloomtown Main Street organization. So now that we have our framework in place, the whole rest of the canvas can come together in an organized and efficient way.